This is where we're staying tonight, Titanic Hotel Liverpool. There's no specific link to the Titanic here at the Stanley Dock. It's but the Titanic was. The plans for the Titanic were drawn up here in Liverpool, and that's why it carried the name Liverpool under Titanic. We'll pick up on a bit more of that later. Yeah, it's a fair walk to the Albert Dock from here, but they've got the little scooters for hire if you want to make use of those. There's secure parking. It's £8 for a 24-hour stay. You come in on the bottom end, on the river side down there, and this is the exit to this top end. So we've got the main hotel in the old warehouse bit down the end, and the Titanic stairs are in through the revolving doors there. So this is going to be our stay at the Titanic Hotel Liverpool. So we'll go and have a look. We've got the stairs behind us, the replica from the Titanic. The reception area. Titanic artifacts. I don't know if they're on, just on display or whether you can buy them. There's a few pins and key rings. Titanic Hotel winner of Hotel of the Year. I don't know what year that. Oh, 2021. The seated area's got the White Star Line stuff here, look. This Miss Shilaba, daughter of the former owner of the New York Globe newspaper and one of the beautiful members of Long Island society immortalised by F. Scott Fitzgerald in his novel The Great Gatsby. She left New York in the White Star liner Homeric for an extended European vacation on 7th of July 1923. Sir Thomas Lipton. Read that at leisure.
Oh, what's he say?
I suppose Sir Thomas Lipton. I said that like I know who he is, didn't I? Vanderbilt, you know that name? There's the Liverpool link on the back of the Titanic, whatever the back's called. What's the back on a ship? What's the back of a ship? Stern?
Starboard and bow, innit?
Starboard, bow.
Port.
Yeah, we're not sailors, are we?
Starboard.
At the back of the ship. the Bar and Stands Cafe and Rum Warehouse. And the seating area goes all the way up outside the restaurant as well, look. This is the rum bar, this is. As we're not heavy drinkers, we've got lattes. A lot of reminders of Liverpool's maritime history up this end. This is the riverside of the hotel. So we're right down the opposite side, and it's actually a lot darker than it's showing on the camera actually. And this is the superior dockside room that we've got. So as you walk in on the left, as usual, is the bathroom. It's a very big bathroom. Bath and a nice rainfall shower. Like these posters they've got here for the White Star Line, Liverpool to New York. That's where the ships did sail originally, for the White Star Line, Liverpool to New York. The Titanic, of course, didn't come out of Liverpool. Still, cool posters, I like them. Double sinks. The toiletries, what's that? Body cream. Shampoo. Conditioner and shower gel, shower cap. Yeah, nice full mirror and touch on and off makeup mirror. Plenty of hanging space. We're only here one night, so we don't need all that. But so around into the main part. Again, photographs of the ships. I don't know if that's no, it's the Olympic, that one. It's the Olympic, and just make it out on the side there. King bed, that is, isn't it? King bed. Yeah, Olympic and Titanic. Look, there's the plans for both ships. Settee, Sean's comfy. Table. The room's massive, mind, isn't it? It's huge.
It is huge.
The notes that mirror, sort of Art Deco-y. Art Deco-ish.
Lighting in there, fully finished.
You can see the ceilings from the original. It was a rum warehouse. This was.
Thought so.
All the old pillars and beams.
Absolutely amazing.
And so we got a dockside view with what used to be a tobacco warehouse opposite there, and I think there's plans for that to be repurposed as well. I don't know what as. Oh, they've started on that end. You can see they've put glass in and new entrances and that down on the ground floor. Yeah, they've certainly spruced up that bottom end down there. But tobaccowarehouse.co.uk, perhaps I'll have a look on there, see what they're going to be doing with that over there. So this part of the docks is where the Everton football ground, the new Everton football ground, is going to be next door. We've got the coffee, different coffees and teas, kettle and Café system. Never heard of that. Café. Oh, they got a fridge, whatever you want to call it. Beverage cooler, hairdryer, signposted, hairdryer, find me here. Soft closed doors. That's for your laundry. And this is the safe. So the safe is in there with more storage space. So yeah, it's a very nice room. We've got dinner, bed and breakfast, little dealy do. Oh, this is a pull down bed as well. Sofa, sofa's a pull down, so the room will sleep 4 comfortably. And there's the sweaters that the crew are wearing. It says White Star Line on there. What ship is that? Is that the Titanic? I don't know. No, can't make out any name on there. So yeah, we've got evening meal here tonight down in the Stanley's rum bar and grill, I think it's called. At Stanley's Bar and Grill. It's called Stanley's because this is Stanley Dock. Okay, had a look. tobaccowarehouse.co.uk. There are apartments, and some of those already been moved into possibly. So that, get comfy. That was our stay in the Titanic Hotel Liverpool. So what do you think of that?
Oh, it was good.
What do you think of the room?
Oh, it's huge. It's very big.
This is a superior dockside room, obviously overlooking the old Stanley Dock outside with the tobacco warehouse opposite. But yeah, it's big.
It's very big. It's lovely. Can't fault it.
The big ceilings of the old storage areas, I should imagine, of the warehouse.
Corridor's really dark.
Yeah,
but I like it. I don't think it would suit everybody.
No.
But I like it. I think it sort of adds to it.
I mean, it's a very wide corridor, and there's no obstacles in the way.
No,
it's
there's
not you're not going to fall over anything, but it may appear a bit dark for some people.
Yeah,
maybe.
I like it. I think it adds to the ambiance.
Yeah. So
the only criticism, which is great for some, very, very quiet overnight. Too quiet for us.
Yeah, it's one of our work quirks. It's not really a complaint, is it?
No, it's not a complaint. As I said, for us it was too quiet. We like a little bit of some sort of background noise, fan or whatever.
Yeah, so if you really like silence at night, this is the place to be. You can't hear anybody next door upstairs. No. Obviously, these are thick walls.
Yeah.
So it is very, very silent over.
Very silent. Very warm.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Bed was comfortable.
Lovely bed, yeah.
Very comfortable actually, yeah.
Food last night down
food.
in
Stands.
I've called it everything since we've come. Stanley's Rum Bar and Grill and
Stan's Bar. Stan's Cafe.
I still can't remember what it's called. Stan's Grill, wasn't it?
Stan's Bar and Grill. Service was lovely. Food was delicious.
Yeah, we had a spicy carrot soup for a starter. which we weren't sure what it was going to be like,
No,
but that was absolutely
really
beautiful. That was really nice.
My
and
steak was perfect.
you had the steak and I had the steak burger.
Not one bit of fat, grizzle, nothing. Just pure beef. Beautiful.
It was very nice. And then for dessert, I had the s'mores, which was really nice. That
Yeah.
was really sweet.
I had the
really
sticky
nice.
toffee pudding. Very rich. Nice. Very rich.
Yeah.
But it was very nice.
So, yeah, we had the deal. We had the meal deal, breakfast, dinner, bed, and breakfast deal, which was it's 4-star hotel. At the end of the day, I think
definitely.
it was definitely worth the price.
Breakfast was lovely this morning.
Breakfast, yeah.
Plenty of choice.
It was your usual hotel. Well, not your usual hotel. I mean, it does vary from hotel to hotel, but
plenty of choice.
yeah, the breakfast you'd expect at a 4-star hotel.
Cold
Buffet
meats,
breakfast.
Pastries, hot breakfast, coffee, tea, juices, any smoothies, everything. Plenty of choice. Yeah.
So all in all, a really good stay. I'd recommend the hotel. It is a beautiful hotel, very well themed, and again, not slight complaint, but the one thing worth pointing out is the distance from the Albert Dock area. I mean, we were strolling because we're old and we can't walk fast, but it took us a good half hour to get to the Albert Dock area last night. So that's worth bearing in mind. They have got the scooters outside if that's your thing. Just rent the scooter and get up there. It's not a backbreaker. It's just worth pointing out that it is a good 20 to 30 minute walk each way up to the Albert Dock area.
There were people having taxis last night, mind. There were taxis pulling up. So yeah.
But that's just a minor complaint, that is really. Yeah, so all in all, good stay, and definitely would stay
I'd
there
stay
again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So we'll go head up, check out now and walk up to the Albert Dock now. We're going to leave the car here. The car parking it's £8 for 24 hours, which is lower than the hotels more up towards the Albert Dock and the city centre. So we'll leave the car here for a while and we'll walk back up to the Albert Dock and a couple of museums hopefully we want to see. Couple of shops and we'll have a wander around. So we'll see how the mop flops.
Bye now.
Stanley Dock, 1848. You say again? Collingwood Dock over there, yeah, but Liverpool's so many docks in Liverpool, such a major port. This is one of these swing bridges, or lift bridges. So we'll be able to see the hotel from the front end be here now as we go across the entrance to the dock. Yeah, so there it is. So that's an old rum factory where we're staying, and that's the old tobacco factory where they're building, or not building, they're renovating them to apartments. So that's a Titanic link to Liverpool over there. That building on the corner, Albion House, was the offices of the White Star Line, and although the Titanic was built in Belfast, the plans for the ship were drawn up in those offices there, and that's why the Titanic, when it did sail, had the name of Liverpool underneath the name Titanic on the back of the ship. Because the other link then would be the crew of the Titanic, with nearly 100 of the crew perished were boilermen, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think a lot of the musicians that are always famously portrayed playing, and as the ship went down, I believe the a lot of the musicians were from Liverpool and the surrounding areas. But that was the office of White Star Line, which initiated an express service from the UK over to America, the Atlantic crossing, and it was a race for speed with the great rival, the Cunard line. And the White Star Line decided that it was quicker to go direct from Southampton, so they moved operations down to Southampton by the time the Titanic was launched. Otherwise it may well have visited Liverpool on that one and only trip it made. That monument there, it was originally being built to commemorate all the Liverpool crew on the Titanic.
Right.
You know, so they were working in the boiler room and what have you.
Yeah.
Before they'd finished building the memorial, the First World War happened, and some other ship disasters, the sinking of ships in the First World War and that, so they made it a more generic tribute to
Lives lost.
and boiler room crew and such. So it doesn't actually mention the Titanic on there, which was the original intention for it. The brave do not die, their deeds live forever, and call upon us to emulate their courage and devotion to duty. So the propeller of a ship there in the middle of the wreath. There's a couple of boilermen there with the tools of the trade. And that side says, in honour of all heroes of the Marine Engine Room, this memorial was erected by international subscription.